Hello people, Quotation Breaks here, and today I'm gonna do a review of the Trumpeter model kit Optimus Prime from the movie Bumblebee. Now let's get through the details, and for such a small scale, it's very detailed. Like literally right here, you can see a lot of stuff right here. Even the window have some kind of tech look right there. All the detail for such a small figure, it is definitely quite nice, and I spent for like $15 on Taobao, which is the cheapest I found it. And yeah, what I mean is I have a lot of deals that they for such small figure, they have some gold part right here, like this wiring part and even the back thigh right here. Like, they really didn't have. Trumpeter doesn't really need to do it since this is like model kit paintwork, but they actually did it, even adding some gray to the feet, which is really a nice touch of it. Now I guess we're gonna go through for articulation. Let's remove the gun. You get a ball joint at the head. Can move. Surprisingly, it actually can look up and up very much. Down not so much because of the skull, and you do get you can turn around, but it does have this tendency to snap at the left. But it's probably gonna do with the fact that they designed the socket not like the ball is like a square, so that's why it snaps. So, and then this one is quite tricky for me to try to show, is the shoulder part. This shoulder pad, I guess people call it, can move out of the way. Come on, can move out of the way so you can go. The arm will go out as the arm will go out as shoulder, almost like the shoulder will go out as like a hinge right here, and a ball joint right here. So it does have surprisingly it can go up quite a bit higher, but the smokestacks would definitely hit on the head of Optimus Prime. And you do get bicep swivel, double joint at the elbows. I'm not really. Now I know that Blocky's definitely gonna make one, but I'm not sure how their pose ability will be like. And then you get a ball joint at the hand, and I gotta say, this fingers split out might potentially be a possibility of breaking, because the nub is connected to it, the connection, and it does cause the stress. Ugh. I actually had to put a bit of super glue just in case. I am definitely gonna be careful, but I probably won't display it right here just to be safe. The same thing is on this arm right here. You do get a waist swivel, but you do have a bit of a stopping point for this side for some reason. Right, I think it's gotta do if you keep hitting, it will definitely pull out a bit more. Then you can go all the way, but you're supposed to push all the way down. The hip skirts, they're definitely a bit tight, but once you pull up, it suddenly snaps to being loose. But I think it's for the best. Once you put it out, it'll be a bit loose, so you can have what happened? Oh, never mind. The hips, because this does rest surprisingly so solid on the thigh, so make sure to just move out, so it prevents snapping. It can move up that much, and the back skirt does move back that much. You go back this much, and thigh swivel can only move out a lot like this because of the sculpt. Although I do know that the Bumblebee Optimus Prime model design, not the company that makes the model, they have done a good job. I'm talking about the design of the CGI model that movie did is that the thighs was so thick that it doesn't, like, it looks like it's curving front, when it's actually like this, like Yolo Park already did, it's like it's actually standing straight, which this one is like a bit thinner. I much prefer it, honestly, because it does look a bit more natural in standing. So you do get a double joint at the knee, and don't expect some details on this smooth area because it's a small one, and also no ab crunch because it's a small one, so don't expect a lot of articulation like YOLO Park or even the 3.0. Then you do have a small disc that can move back and front, which is quite helpful if you want to make the feet go down a bit more, but up not much. And not you is on a ball joint, so you can turn around, but not a lot of ankle pivot. But for a small transforming model kit Gundam, like, what do you expect? Is there something wrong with that? Leg suddenly is like moving out a bit more. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, there you go. It turns out I had to push in a bit more. Although I'm not sure if I'm supposed to push it a bit more, because turns out I think I had to move the thighs a bit more. So surprisingly, like, the leg does kick out a lot more. Like, just make sure to push all the way in for this one. So yeah, it's quite poseable for what it is, a small model. Like, I'm surprised he's quite a bit articulated, but it might be a bit more articulated than the block keys even, the small scale one, or like the classic scale. Like, dang. And we got some accessories. We got like his gun mode. No, gun. What am I saying? You do get his gun. And one thing I see the most views for the model kit is that they never mention about the gun right here. Is that you do get an alternate gun part, which is this one, and I had a feeling like it might be concept art thing. Like, this one looks like one of those masterpiece MPM Optimus Prime that has this end of the gun, while this one right here is like the concept art. I think this one might be the concept art, this might be the actual design, but YOLO Park seems to give the end of the barrel of the gun this design. And with this one, it does make it look huge. Like, it almost reached to his waist. Like, dang. Like, right here. And yeah, it does look quite huge and looks pretty cool. And you do get some hand accessories, like I did. This one right here is like the slightly open hand so that you can fit the gun. You even get the left side, and you get some, and you even get the same right hand splayed out, and be careful with the finger. And you get like two fists, like punching for it, not like those small grabbers. But yeah, it is. I definitely really like this one, and it does stand around 11 cm tall, so he's definitely quite a small one. I'll later show you the hands, but let's do some size comparisons. So here it is next to the Yolo Park Beaver's Optimus Prime. And you can see he's slightly taller than this one. And I'm not sure about the older classic class blockies, that one we did for the Rise of the Beast, whether they're slightly smaller or the same height. But I do know he's definitely slightly taller than the Blocky's Blind Box G1 Optimus Prime. And just for some fun of it, here it is next to Megatron, which makes him animated scale. Although it might be one of the shots that somehow Optimus Prime is like around even lower than Megatron's crotch, which is quite funny to me. And just for the fun, since I have a Spinosaurus at the back right here, here it is next to it. The funny thing is that the Bumblebee Universe Transformers are the smallest, and for his size shot, he's actually meant to be the same height as the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, or maybe slightly smaller, because I don't know the Jurassic Park scales. They seem to be a bit miscalculated or just incorrect in some shots, but yeah, it's just quite funny to me. They're meant to be like the same height, except that the Camp Cretaceous one, that he's definitely bigger than his Jurassic Park 3 counterpart. But yeah, so overall I really do like this model kit. It's very nice and it's affordable, easy to build. For people who really wanted the Bumblebee Optimus Prime, you can have this. And I also forgot to mention, you get a stand. You got one for the Autobot and Decepticon, which, why would they have the Decepticon for this? I mean, I might as well just display as two rather than keep as one, because why not? And this one is just on the swivel on both sides, which I don't see the point. Why must there be like two right here? And then you have a very tight hinge and a hinge joints. I'm not trying to copy Job in the Hong with a hinge joint. You do have the hole to insert Job in the Hong, put it in the ass, and right. Right. And you can give him some aerial poses, and you can go like quite high forward. Like, this is how high it is, like a few cm away from the base. So yeah, so overall I give this model a 9 out of 10. There's definitely some things wish that the fingers right here were not like a bit fragile, and I should show you how the hands will look like. I would say the hands are a bit tricky to try to put the joints in, but I recommend be careful with the hands. You get like this splayed out, or the one dramatic, I would say the no pose. I think the best option I can say is to try to push the base right here and not press too hard on the fingers. I don't think I need to do for the fists, because they're basically the same as the grabby hands, except that it doesn't have the hole, but I'll just show it. There's like not really much difference between the closed fist and the grabby hands right. I don't know how to show it properly. Right here, no difference at all, but except that you don't have that small gap to make it look like he's like grabbing nothing if you really want to show him in a fighting no weapons pose. But yeah, I would say this is a very nice model. Give it a 9 out of 10. And for more Cretaceous breaks videos, just leave a like, comment, and thanks for watching, everybody.